Hey, it's Jay Chandrasekhar, and you're listening to Miserable Retail Eve. Who wants a mustache ride?
Tommy, do you know what I want more than anything right now?
Money.
No, Wait, explain.
Well, I don't know. I was just a hug from your girlfriend.
Oh, what am I, some mushy man over here? My God. That's an interesting hypothesis. But yes, I do want a hug from Pookie, yes. Wink, wink. That wasn't where I was going, though.
Uh-oh.
For the premise of this bit, that's not where I was going. What I want more than anything right now is to be haunted by a ghost.
Oh, that'd be great.
Wouldn't it be awesome?
You should get a Ouija board and start practicing.
Oh, you have no idea. I'm over here with Ouija boards. I'm conducting seances. I'm poking voodoo dolls. Oh, my gosh.
Hanging out in cemeteries.
Like playing Marilyn Manson records backwards. I'm doing everything.
Just hear from your house, Mr. Crowley.
Yeah, exactly. I'll blast Ozzy if it helps. That calls a spirit to my domain. That's fine. Now hear me out, Tommy, which is a phrase I've always wanted to say. I've always wanted to be a man that says things like, hear me out.
But he gives you long enough attention.
Yeah. Now hear me out. This seems like a perfect quarantine activity. Something to chase the pesky boredom away. I've got nothing better to do. Might as well get haunted by a ghost, right?
Right.
I mean, a mail order ghost company would do big business right now, shipping out ghosts to all the bored millennials to spice up their little quarantine lives. Oh, it'd be great.
Do it. You got to put a lot of effort into it, though.
Well, how can I do it? I'm trying to get my own ghost, and I can't even get that going. And I don't want to be haunted by one of those lame ghosts, like when you enter a room and you feel the temperature cool down. Isn't that a thing?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, for sure.
Well, you're the paranormal expert.
Yeah. When cold spots are a thing, they think cold spots is where the ghost is currently residing. Okay. So if you feel a cold spot in your room, then they say that's probably a level of energy that could be a spectral.
See? Yeah, I don't want some lame ghost dad, some who mess with the thermostat. We need to conserve energy ghost. I don't want one of those. I want a full-out mean ghost. I don't want no friendly ghost out to teach me some life lesson or something. I want some weird noise, odd happenings ghost. I don't need a friendly roommate. Don't give me a polterguest. Give me a poltergeist. Geist it up, would ya?
You want a creepy Casper.
I want the creepiest Casper I can find.
Now, do you want a demon?
Well, that's a whole nother ball game, isn't it?
Yeah, because I think you had one, didn't you? Like a couple weeks ago with your with the knocking on your door.
Oh, well, that might have been a demon. I've got a lot of inner demons, you know, because I'm a boo-hoo emo boy over here all the time. But yeah, I did have that mysterious doorbell ring, and maybe that's the first sign I do have a ghost. Oh, maybe all hope is not lost, right?
Yeah, you got to turn it up. You got to get that Ouija out.
I got to pump up the intensity on that Ouija. How do you dial a Ouija up to 11, though? I don't know.
I won't use the Ouija anymore because it actually worked too good one time. So I was like, fuck this, and I won't touch it now.
Did you get, like, possessed by somebody?
No, well, we were over at Abe Falcon's house one night, and some friends there were being some naysayers about the Ouija board, and me and Abe have always been big into the paranormal, so we got out the Ouija board, and we started asking it questions, and it was moving around so fast that one of our friends actually took it and threw it outside, the one that didn't believe. So it was interesting. Yeah, it was like, and we proved to him that we weren't touching. We barely had our hands on it, so it was definitely going. Whether it was an actual ghost or whether it was some sort of kinetic energy, it definitely wasn't being moved by force from us.
Sure, I'm not touching it. Are you touching it? I saw that commercial when I was a
kid. We showed him like our fingertips was on this thing, and it was like flying all around. It was spelling stuff. So
yeah,
when it got like DIE or whatever. I think he thought it was gonna tell us it was gonna die, or he just grabbed it and threw it out in the front yard.
DIE is what it spelled out.
We got to DI, I think, and then we thought it was going to head to the E or whatever. So the one friend that was very skeptical and getting very freaked out now just picked up the board and threw it out in the front yard.
Well, have you ever considered maybe it was a criminal ghost and it was trying to spell out diamonds and it was going to tell you where all the loot was buried?
Right. I wanted to go back and figure this out.
You could be Richie Rich right now. not a poverty Joe there.
I don't think I would want to be rich. Do you want to be rich?
I would like enough money not to worry about a darn thing.
I think that'd be good. But, like you could do that and just be like middle to upper class, kind of.
I don't
know, because I think I'd worry about other things then. I think money is almost like a healthy worry.
Money is almost a healthy worry.
It depends. It depends on what level you worry about it at, right?
Oh my God. I'm already lousy with anxiety, Tommy, and full of so much stress, Some of it's because of money. So that's why I figure what's a little haunting going to hurt? I mean,
maybe you can pay the ghost.
Maybe I could pay the ghost. Maybe I could, stream on Twitch my hauntings. All these kids have all these hobbies these days. They have so many video games that they need to watch other people play. I could live stream my hauntings on Twitch, and that could be how I earn some extra cash. I have a question for you, since you're the expert, because I'd rather not be a ghost hunter. I've never been hunting before. I don't even know what kind of camouflage you have to wear to make you invisible to the ghost naked eye. So I'm wondering, how long does it take for a person to be in a house for you to know it's haunted? Like almost instantly, right?
It's I've walked into houses before and been like, okay, there's something weird here. Yeah. Because I think I have like almost like a sixth sense, not enough to be like Sylvia Brown, but
sure,
yeah,
you are a weirdo, so I get it.
I've definitely felt some weird things, and like when me and the beloved, it was like the first night in our house. We're like, this house isn't haunted, right? And we're like, no. And I was a little bummed because I wanted that little creepiness of maybe it could be, but there's just nothing here. Whereas we've been to places before and we're like, this place is weird, right? And we're like, yeah. So yeah, I think I can sense a little bit of stuff sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, I figured there probably wasn't like a decade grace period or anything like that.
No, I think it's usually right away. Maybe I give it, like I said, when we moved in, I think it was the first night we were here. We were like just asking each other, like, we don't, she asked me, do you feel like this place is haunted? And I said, no. And she said, yeah. I mean, not that she gets a sixth sense, but she said the place didn't creep her out. So,
yeah, I guess that would be bad. Like you're hanging out one day and all of a sudden you see this frightening apparition after 5 years of living there, and he's screaming obscenities and puking up wet kittens on you, and you're like, hey, what gives? Where did this phantom come from? And you're like, Mom, why is there a ghost in this room? And he says his name is Uncle Mortimer, and he's been chained in the attic for 45 years, and all of a sudden, Mom's got a lot of explaining to do.
I just like, if you see a ghost, you just yell at, Mom, what did you do? The biggest reason for hauntings that they think is one of the biggest reasons is construction on your house. So,
really?
So that's when you stir them up.
Oh my God, that's how you stir up a ghost? A little construction?
Yeah. If it's not an active haunting already, and you want a haunting, then you're supposed to like add a room or something. Oh. Because then the ghost gets pissed. The theory is that they don't like you messing with their house.
Nice.
Or their land.
Can we add a room to your house?
Yeah, that would be a healthy worry of money and planning.
Yeah, can we get some spirits kicking up around your house, please?
Well, where we live is pretty much an Indian burial ground, so.
Oh my God, of course it is.
Yeah, well, no, we're right on the Flint River, and there's tons of old stories and reports and articles of this was like a huge battleground between Indian tribes and stuff. So.
Why don't we get some spirits moving? I mean, let's do something a lot cheaper than adding on a house or something. Let's get them dancing by dropping that beat, D-boy.
Put it in, put it in, put it in. We're drinking summer shandy on Thursday. We so motherfucking out here, though. We never been this out here. Woo! So strange when it's changing the sea. What you know about Leonard Skinner? The whacker the intro, the hotter the verse every time, baby. I've seen the hard times and the pressures been on me. Well, I've been working like a working man do. Got my act together, gonna walk all over you. Pressure pushing down on me, pushing down on you. Shit, let's raise the roof. Woo! About time, it's the era of the rebels. Cloud 9 in the air up in the vessels. Generation fearless, got a taste for weirdness. Flow on fire, that's the way my beard is. Hard times, jump starting the grind. It's all good, y'all. Things fall apart sometimes. Let it go, let me know when you're ready, though. Don't push me, cuz until the edge I'm close. When the time comes, ride for something. Or live to be 9 and then just die for nothing. Speak their heart, your baby, speak their mind. And I'ma play their part, and I'ma freak that rhyme one time for you. Rhyme one time for you. I'm an island, man. There ain't nothing else by me, man. And I drink enough whiskey to float a battleship around this bitch any motherfucking how. Wow. All up in a making place to be. You down for the night? Come form with me like ABC. 2, 3, as I breeze, I can part the seas. All up in the making.
Welcome to the Miserable Retail Slave Show. We're coming to you from the Pod Shack outside beautiful Flint, Michigan, USA. My name is Randy. Tommy's over there. How is everybody doing today?
Perfect.
You're doing perfect?
Well, I don't know about perfect.
Oh my
I like that it's a rainy day here, though.
It is a rainy day. I
like rainy days.
You're a real Ed Sheeran song over there, just doing perfect. Wow. You're just
rainy days and Mondays never get me down.
Don't ever do that again. Tommy, when I was in college, this one day, this is a true story, by the way. I had this calculus class that I really hated, and I'm not even sure why I took it. Probably because I was completely directionless.
But and you're like, oh, let me see if I can make myself more stressed out.
Sure. But hear me out. My dumb little mind hates the numbers and all the ways they can be added, subtracted, multiplied, divided, square rooted. And
yeah, math is not my strong point either.
Yeah, I can't stand it. And the professor that I had was clearly one of those brilliant types, so brilliant that he'd make up his own calculus problems on the board spontaneously. He was like, oh, let's try this out. Okay.
Fucking Will Hunting, huh?
Yeah, it looked like something Goodwill Hunting scrawled on the blackboard after he got done scrubbing toilets or something. Like, what is this mad scientist nonsense? Anyways, every time someone would ask a question or say, I don't understand, the professor would narrow his eyes, which were magnified by his big glasses, and just scowl at the person speaking.
I have no time for you idiots.
Exactly. Like, you hear the word disgusted, and everyone knows what it means, but I hear the word disgusted, and I always picture that professor's scowling face, like, you miserable pissant. Why don't you worship the numbers like I?
Yeah, those are the worst professors, the ones that are too into what they're teaching.
Yeah. But one day...
They shouldn't be teaching. They should be writing books and theories on it, not teaching.
Yeah. But one day I decided to skip that class because I hated it, and I didn't want to get a disgust. I didn't want to get a disgust scowl aimed in my general direction, and it was like an 8 a.m. class, and that's way too early to give a flying frick.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So,
numbers at 8 a.m.?
Yeah.
I would never have went.
Yeah. So instead of going to class, I was just roaming around campus. And
you didn't even stay home, you dork.
No, I got there, and then I decided I just can't do this today. So I ran into a fellow student from the class in the hallway a little bit later, and she goes, how do you think you did on that test? And I said, what? And she said that test we took today. And then And then she looked down and said, "Do you know that there's a sock hanging out of your pant leg?" And so I look down and I see this sock flopping around with my every step from the bottom of my pant leg, like slithering out like the biggest unwanted snake. Because I had pulled these pants directly out of the hamper, and apparently there was a sock there. And I realized that I had been walking around with a flippy, flopping fucking sock the whole time. I was roaming around the campus. And I realized that I forgot that the scowling professor had moved up the big test to this very day that I had decided to skip. And then all of a sudden, all this panic and this feeling of, I can't believe this is happening. This is not real life started to set in. And that's pretty much the way the last 3 weeks I felt the entire time.
That's a great story. So what'd you do about the test?
I took a 0 because there was no makeups.
Oh, of course, there's no makeups.
As for the sock, I stuck it in my book bag.
I would have just thrown it away. I would have been like, "You've ruined my life."
Never again.
You did not. You will never seek your purpose out on this world again. You're going in the trash.
Yeah. I think probably the best 2 things to come out of this whole debacle is my mom, anytime she mentions the coronavirus, she calls it the Corolla.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. Like Adam?
Yeah. Like he doesn't have the Corolla, does he? And I'm like,
is she doing it on purpose?
No, she has no idea. I'm like, wouldn't that be great if we were turning into Adam Corolla? That's what the virus did. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we're just becoming horse mouth.
Yeah, exactly. How's it going today? I've got opinions about things now.
Just open flannel shirts constantly.
Absolutely. Just condescending attitudes nonstop. Today she told me that COVID cases were going down, which is a mix, I think, between COVID-19 and Stephen Colbert, I think. Like Stephen Colbert.
Or Corvairs. It's like, yeah, Corvairs haven't been on the road since like the 70s. So.
Yeah, that's a cool reference nobody got. Thanks, Dork.
Oh, I'm a car guy.
Yeah, you are. You musclehead.
Gearhead, Randy. Musclehead would be weights.
Hey, why don't you bring your car over? Let's pop the trunk, see what you got in there. What was that? Was that a 6.8 cylinder?
Yeah.
What did we get?
You're right. You said pop
there?
the trunk. Corvair said the engine's in the trunk. Randy, you're a car guy.
Look at. All of a sudden, I'm extremely macho. That's what happens.
You're turning into Adam Corolla. Maybe he's a car guy.
Maybe I do have the Corolla. Oh, I guarantee he's a car guy. Guarantee.
Sorry, I just...
Jesus.
Coffee went down the wrong hole.
My God.
All right, I think I'm good now.
Don't be talking about your holes on the air. That's gross.
Oh, man. Oh, that burnt when it came up through the nose. Hot coffee through the nose is not fun.
I imagine that's the best way to wake a person up, though. Filter it through your nose.
Yeah, Folgers in your nose.
Exactly. Did you see this cop in India? He made a Corolla virus. A Corolla, we'll say from now on. Hear me out. He made a Corolla virus helmet, like the microscopic image of Corona with the red spikes and the bulbs on it. And he's been wearing it around India, around the streets, scaring
That's
people.
Cool. Do they have a lot of cases there?
They do.
Okay.
He said that people weren't taking it seriously, so he said if you wore this, then people will be frightened.
They need a visible aspect.
Yeah, exactly. Make it a mascot, and kids at least will be frightened. I mean, can you imagine if when we were kids, we had like Andrew the angry AIDS virus bouncing around at school assemblies?
It's just villains. The Corona Man.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not here to help you. He's here to warn you.
Yeah. I'm not sure I'll know how to make friendly company with chums and acquaintances anymore when this all lets up. I don't know
if we should.
Yeah, I might be a societal leper from now on.
Man, I've been hearing, as for stand-up, I've been hearing that it might, there's rumors going around that, well, of course, there's rumors that it's never coming back. which that would be there's no way. But I mean, just live anything people like. But there's other rumors that it might not be back until August. It might not be back until next year. Like, ugh.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I really have, like, I have no idea what goes on in the real world anymore, the regular world. Like,
right?
I just live.
I try not to.
Yeah, I just live in my own little insulated bubble, and that's about it. It's like in junior high, and like the coolest thing ever was when the video game NBA Jam came out on Super Nintendo.
He's on fire.
Yeah. The playground was a buzz with like all the cheat codes that you could put in to play as secret characters. Like there was rumors you could play as Bill Clinton or Hillary Clinton, which was true.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then
I don't remember one.
What's that?
I don't remember that. I mean, I love the game, but I don't remember the cheat code for the Clintons. That's awesome.
Well, you didn't have the cheat code hookup, I guess.
Could you play as Monica too?
And that would be awesome. But no, I don't think so anyways. Maybe. Well,
just Hillary constantly following her.
Right. The juiciest gossip on the playground. Such hot goss. There was a rumor you could play as Godzilla and King Kong, which was completely false, but I believed it, and I cherished it, and I fantasized playing basketball as Godzilla. And I had no reason to think otherwise because I had no access to other junior high playgrounds, just my own, and that's why some people believe the earth is flat.
Because they never had another playground.
They never had another playground. They don't know.
Yeah. You should just go to your playground and be that Madonna song.
What?
This used to be my playground. And just cry about Godzilla not being on NBA Jam.
Did you just make up a Madonna song?
No, it's a real one.
How do you know Madonna?
You're not a fan of Madonna?
I don't. I'm not banging her top 40 hits.
You don't remember that this used to be my playground song?
Not warbled the way you just did it.
Well, I don't think anybody
Yeah.
in the history of Madonna songs ever warbled it the way I just did.
What a unique cover song.
I just want you standing in the middle of your old basketball court and it's all overgrown with grass now and you're just crying.
You should, while you're at home, you should record a covers album.
Oh, that would be great. Oh, that's a good idea.
I think it's an excellent idea. We'll market the shit out of it because you know what? It could be like really trendy and awesome, like like William Shatner's covers album, or I don't know, some other degenerate.
Cheese.
What?
Richard Cheese.
Oh yeah, Richard Cheese. Well, I don't think you're going to be good as Richard Cheese, but oh man, that would be great. Yes, let's do a cover album with Tommy.
Yeah, so I'll just have to find like the karaoke version of the song and record myself singing it. Okay.
Yeah. People send in your requests for a Tommy cover album.
Oh, that's funny.
That's great. I want to do it. Send in your request for a Tommy cover album. What hot tunes you want them to cover, and that'll happen.
Record it, just my smart recorder on my phone, maybe.
Yeah, that would probably work. It's happening. It's all happening. Tommy's cover.
That's what it could be called. It's happening.
Yes.
It's happening.
Man.
Covers with Tommy T.
I think what we all need now is dinosaurs. This is the perfect time. Like I was reading an article a few weeks ago and I was so excited by the headline. Like some scientists found evidence of dinosaur DNA and I was so excited. But of course, and the article was like, can we clone dinosaurs from this? And I'm like, fuck yeah. But the answer the article said was no, not probably. Probably can't do it. Like,
well, why would we want to? They would seem they're monsters, right?
Okay, hear me out. It may be
just to do a bunch of brontosauruses so we can pet them.
Yeah, sure, why not?
A bunch of Littlefoots.
You know how excited people? Okay, how about a bunch of Littlefoots? That's a solid reference.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. How about it might be possible to clone woolly mammoths? I say do it right now.
But again, those are monsters that would kill people and things.
Are you sure? We're all in a crank. We're all.
You want a tank of woolly mammoths just running down the road?
Listen,
barreling its head into cars.
Listen, we're all in a cranky mood right now. I think what would lift our spirits is a bouncing baby furry elephant thing.
Yeah, until it grows up.
Well, we'll cross that bridge, right? I mean,
these grew a lot faster than we thought. It's been 3 days. It's now the size of my SUV.
Okay, so maybe we're not sure about the growth rate of a woolly mammoth, but imagine the joy. Like, that thing was extinct for thousands of years. Look at it. Isn't it incredible? Look at it. People would go nuts. You think I'm wrong? I'm not.
Why don't you just combine your very two favorite interests right now and try to conjure up the ghost of a woolly mammoth?
Oh, ghost mammoth. Coming to soon to the Sci-Fi Network.
Right. Starring Ian Ziering and Tara Reid.
Yeah. Sci-Fi original movie, Ghost Mammoth. Oh, sweet. Okay.
I'm surprised it hasn't been done.
Okay, so you record a covers album for the people. I will start on a script for Ghost Mammoth. This is great. This is awesome.
See, we're being productive.
We're being so productive. You have no idea. We're entertaining all the folks. Like, you think I'm wrong, but people would love a baby woolly mammoth. They would latch right on to it.
I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
You have 1 week, and then you have to chop its head off.
Yeah, people love baby anythings. Case in point, Baby Yoda. Can't get enough. Can't get enough.
I know. I don't get it.
Well, unless of course a baby woolly mammoth is ugly. We really don't know. We don't know what a baby woolly mammoth looks like. Could be super fugly, like a little rat with a trunk. Blech.
Yeah, it just comes out covered in snot. You just have to constantly clean it, I would think.
Oh, yeah. Covered in snot. Ew.
Or whatever. Womb juice or whatever it is. I don't know.
Womb juice. I don't ever want to hear you say those words to me ever again. Thank you.
Maybe that should be edited. We don't want people puking while listening to
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Oh, womb juice. You sick freak.
I don't know. Whatever.
Tommy, you think you're real hot shit over there, don't you?
I'm sitting underneath temperature. I mean, I'm not running a fever.
Yeah, you're sitting underneath the temperature.
Yeah, I don't know either. That coffee went up my nose and affected my brain, I think.
Why do you say the things you say?
I have no answer for that. I think we know that.
But you think everything you say is brilliant. You're a narcissist, Tommy.
Oh, God, I know where this is going.
I don't know if you folks know this about Tommy, but he's really into himself. Like, are you combing your hair right now, you vain pompadour, you?
I'm kissing the fat that's growing on top of my muscles.
Mm-hmm. I bet. Tommy is the biggest raging egomaniac ever.
I guess so, huh?
He just can't get over himself. A lot of people are picking up new hobbies during this time off from society. Tommy is pissing people off and getting into internet fights.
And not on purpose either. Like, totally on accident.
Yeah. You're just over there inspiring the green eyes of jealousy all across this great nation of ours, and you think you're completely blameless. Like, worldwide, people are envious of you because you're just over there being the biggest braggart.
All right.
And I do mean biggest. Have you seen the size of this, Tommy?
So 2 days ago, Sunday, it was 2 days. I was really bored. I started going through my emails, and I was writing out some jokes that I was thinking of, and I have this comedy email folder. And I got in the comedy email folder to type up all the jokes, and I saw that there's a email I had sent to myself that I constantly keep a track of my past comedy show dates. And I was like, oh, wow, I haven't done that. And it was like 3 months behind or whatever. And so I pull up the comedy, and they're from 2017 until like 3 months ago. And I realized, well, the 3 months that I haven't updated are still the show dates on my website. So I literally just copied and pasted the show dates from my website, wrote postponed to like the 6 of them or whatever that needed it, and posted it on my Facebook, and even said, I understand this might be a little bit narcissistic, but if you know me, I have no asshole trait. I'm not. I love everyone. I just can't, whatever. And so I had to edit this like 3 times because, there were people yelling at me saying that I'm bragging. And I'm like, what? I don't know. This is just my show. I don't know. I don't want to post about the coronavirus. I don't want to. I don't know what to post. So I just posted an email of places I've been for the past 3 years. And apparently that pisses people off.
Hot gun.
That's what you think you are,
hot gun.
I guess so. I mean, the thing is that if you look at the list, and you're an actual real comedian, you would go, yeah, okay. You know, like if that, but it's not great. It's not like I'm at a club every weekend. I wasn't trying to impress anybody. I was just like, oh, this is a thing that I've kept track of, and I'll just share it on Facebook because I don't know what else to do right now. I'm bored. And
the narcissist, Tommy Thompson. You're looking at yourself in the mirror right now, aren't you?
I can't look for too long. I mean,
yeah, well, it'll shatter. Maybe maybe that's a way I need to conjure spirits. Just have you gaze into a mirror. I'm sure some portals to somewhere will open up.
The one guy that got really mad. I was just being really nice to him, and I actually even messaged him, and I was like, "Dude, let's talk this out. You got the wrong idea."
What do you mean, one guy that got really mad? You mean the only guy that got really mad?
There was another one that got a little perturbed, but I kind of like. He was kind of more just joking around about it, but yeah. So the one guy that was actually like fiery mad. I messaged him. And we talked it out or whatever, but he was just so mad about it, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then he said something about like he's gonna place bets that I'll be one of the top 10 people to go crazy from this. Okay, right? That's what you read that comment. Something about it's on my Facebook or whatever. But he said I'll be one of the top 10 people to go crazy. Well, I saw on his Facebook right before we started this that he made a post where he said he's going to start banging his head up against the wall.
Oh, that's fun. You should have commented. Yeah. You should have. No,
I just laughed. I saved that one for myself.
No, you should have commented. You should have said, "I win."
Yeah, right. Because I'm okay. I mean, this sucks what's happening out in the outer world, but I love the time with the family. I'm not home because I'm a super famous comedian, as you could see from all my fucking dates that I posted.
How did you end the argument? Were you like, look, some people are just born better, and I'm one of them? Is that how you ended it? And he's like, shit, you're right. Drop the mic.
Well, it was funny because he was in his first. He said something like, "It's been 2 weeks, bro," or something. Yeah. So I laughed at it. I was like, "Haha, that's funny. Yeah, it is. That's crazy that I'm missing comedy this much for 2 weeks." Haha. And then he just continues on.
Haha.
And he's saying, just because I didn't make comedy my main focus in life doesn't mean I don't have a passion for it. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what? Because I posted my dates. I'm saying you don't have a passion for comedy. It was like all these weird defense mechanisms he was having that definitely did not need to have.
Yeah. Here's a joke. You know what Tommy Thompson eats on?
What's that?
Vanity plates.
Well, they're usually styrofoam, but that's what you call vanity.
Yeah. You're listening. We're going to take a quick little break. You're going to listen to a promo for live stream for The Cure 4, which we're going to be part of May 28th at 7 p.m. Streaming live on that Twitch, uncut and uncensored with the Epic Film guys. It's going to be fun. Hopefully you tune in. You're listening to Miserable Retail Slave, MRS, Mr. Roboto Sticks.
Can you imagine a world immune to all forms of cancer?
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for our 4th annual live stream for The Cure.
And this year, we need your help more than ever.
Please join us May 27th through May 31st for 48 hours of live content from guests and podcasts around the world.
We'll be aiming for our most ambitious goal to date as we try to raise $10,000 for the Cancer Research Institute.
Please visit www.livestreamforthecure.com for more information on this year's event and how you can be a part of it. Together, we can make a difference.
I can bounce to this shit. Well, I'm a king of the lion, spirit lords of the iron, wherewithal of the wolves and lyrics born in the silence. You been used to some bullshit, now you hearing some science. Stare my fears up in the face with the sheerest defiance. Keep it weird till I die, that's my shit. And if they're hating, I'ma hit them with the fiercest of kindness. I can peer in your eyes and see we clearly divided by the way that you hide. And come on, unleash the vibrance for the dearly departed. We ain't just merely surviving. And I ain't talking about some planes when I'm saying I'm fly, but this dream is so lucid and I'm making these movements I ain't never made. Maybe I just been afraid. Waiting on some miracles and better days. Played by my memories. And
Welcome back to The Sausage. How's everybody doing today? Do us a great big huge favor. Go to that facebook.com. Join our Facebook group, Miserable Retail Slave. Search it. Tommy's on Instagram for some reason. You can find him there.
I've done like 2 things on Instagram. I can't get into it, man. And that's another thing that was that was killing me on this this guy's Facebook comments to me, calling me like a braggart and stuff. It's like, dude, I don't brag about shit. I mean, like I have I'm not into myself at all, and that's why I can't really use Instagram, because I think Instagram's a very, very, very look at me thing. I get it. I mean, I wish I could. I've done it a couple times. It's just I don't like that much attention, and it's okay if you do. That's fine.
Oh,
It feels weird to me. It feels weird to me to want, like, hey, look at me, which I think Instagram is. But I understand why other people are into it, and I do enjoy other people's Instagram. So I'm just saying it's a personal feeling that I have when it comes to Instagram. I don't think I'm worthy of that much attention. It's like a weird feeling for me.
Gotcha. Speaking of social media, look at me on Instagram at mretailslave, or follow me on Twitter at mretailslave.
Yeah, the real braggart of the bunch here.
Yeah. Search the hashtag Miserable Retail Slave on that Instagram. You'll find me real quick. All right. Oh my! Remember that Matt guy that we met at Joe's garage?
Yes.
Would you like to tell the people about Matt?
Okay, Matt is this local. Everybody in the okay. I worked sometimes for a Harley dealership. I've worked at 2 different Harley dealerships in the Greater Flint, Mid-Michigan area, and everybody knows Matt because Matt is always at the Harley dealerships. I mean, he just has to be at the Harley dealerships, I think. But Matt is the coolest dude that you wouldn't think is cool. He probably is going to be wearing a black wife beater. He's got tribal tattoos. He's very, very, he spends a lot of time in the gym. He has the bedazzled ass pocket jeans on. He has the alligator motorcycle boots. And you look at him and you go, this guy's going to be really into himself, or you think he's just going to be like a douche, and he's not. He's like the coolest dude. He's nice to everyone. He's fun to be around. And I don't know, he's just like an enigma, because you look at him and you go, that guy's going to be annoying. And he's not. So that's Matt.
I feel bad for him right now, because he must be having a real tough time with all this. He must be. Matt is really trying to be real hard. He's really wanting to be a douche right now. Like, man, I wish there was someone around so I could act like a douchebag. There's no one to act like a character around to impress. Oh, how do I deal?
But the thing is that when he starts talking to you, you're like, wow, he's genuinely a nice guy, and he just wants to have fun.
Okay.
But his style screams, I need all the attention in the world, and I'm going to be an asshole to everybody. But he's not. He's not at all.
So our introduction with Matt, who's not a douchebag, according to Tommy, was he walked up to this girl, pointing at her ass, said, look at that, walked up and smacked her on the ass, and walks back to us and says, that's one of 4 boys. I got 4 girlfriends. And the girl he smacked on the ass that gave him the worst look was making out with him hardcore later, tongues flapping around. I'm like, what is this world? He's like, yeah, right, bro. Jesus.
I think we were supposed to know that was his girlfriend, and he was just being stupid. He was just being funny.
Oh, okay. You give him way too much credit. But
I mean, it was his girlfriend. I mean, that's why they were making out and stuff. Okay. He just walked up. He was just being like an. I took it as he was just trying to be like, I don't know, just funny, just like, watch this because I can do this. I don't know. It wasn't like a random girl that he was sexually assaulting.
No, it was one of his 4 girlfriends, he said. So
right, which who knows if that's even true. Yeah. But you got to admit, didn't you think Matt was a nice guy?
Oh yeah, I think on that episode when we talked about him, I really, I said I really liked him, but I just feel bad because all the douchebags of America are just like, oh God, I can't be a douche. Like, do I have to change my ways now? Like, do they?
Because he's the king one.
Yeah, like
he's the trendsetter.
Yeah, like are they practicing in mirrors? Like, oh, you piece of shit, you, it's not working.
That's funny. Matt's gonna hear this and beat us up.
Okay, that's fine. Matt doesn't know who we are, and I don't know Matt.
I like him. I think he's a cool guy. I mean, it's outrageous, but it's funny.
Do you know who Sarah Bareilles is?
I want to say is that Twitter girl you like?
Twitter girl that I like. What is that?
Or is that? Wait, maybe no. That's a different person.
Oh my God, you. I don't know what you're talking
about. Is that a singer?
Yeah, it's a singer. Like she's been around for a while. And it's sad because I can see my mortality in Sarah Bareilles' face. Because I used to be into music like so much, and that's all I ever used the internet for was finding music and finding new artists. And I discovered her way back when she first came out with her first album. She had this song called Gravity, and it was really good, blah, blah, blah. But I saw her the other day on some show or whatever, and she was singing, and I'm like, oh no, she's gotten old. Then I realized, oh no, that means I've gotten old because I think we're like the same age. And I mean, she doesn't look bad or anything. It's just like you can tell that she's a little bit older. And I'm like, holy shit. And then I found like a pure white chest hair the other day. I'm like, oh my God, I'm falling apart. It's all over.
Isn't it funny? Because I think that like in my head, I think like there's 2 versions of Tommy. And it's either a 12-year-old boy or somebody stuck at 22 years old. Those are the only 2 versions of me that you have. That's it. I have no mental capacity on how to be over 25 years old. I don't understand it. I never will. You know, I don't know. I'm either 12 or I'm 22. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
You would agree with that, right?
Yeah, that's funny.
I think about this a lot. There's no way. I interact with like other people that are like 37 and I'm like, wow, they like work on their cars and shit, you know?
Right.
You fix the sink? How do you fix the sink? You know, like I don't even have tools.
Remember when you were so excited that you went to the lumber yard and you carried in a piece of wood so people knew what you were doing?
Yes, because the one time in my life I felt over 22.
Yeah. You took in that piece of wood and you fixed a bed and you said, I'm a lumberjack. And I'm like, no, you did cut down a tree and shave that piece of wood out of the tree, actually.
Yeah. That's it, man. I mean, it's those little moments like that every once in a while I surprise myself. I worked on my dryer for a month, like all of January. I was working on my dryer because it broke and I was super determined to fix this dryer, and we ended up buying a new dryer.
Good work.
I wanted to be like, I'm not going to be that 22-year-old punk hungover kid anymore. And I just got to accept that that's who I am.
That's who you are. 12 or 22. There's no in between.
It's very true.
Misconnections, Tommy. Just kidding. No misconnections. You know why? Because it's turned into a disgusting pit of despair, even more so than usual.
I want to see a misconnections where it's like, hey, I came across your Facebook the other day.
Right.
You know?
I did.
I can't remember your name. But this was your profile picture of you hula hooping with a 4-year-old, maybe your son. I don't know.
We were going to do misconnections, but I checked it. And it's like there's a million posts all of a sudden. But everybody's so thirsty. Everybody like, come on over for a BJ and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this is gross. First of all, no. Second of all, you do realize that, everyone's got the grossness right now, and that's not a great idea. And especially from Craigslist, that's double gross.
Well, that's why the people on Craigslist are like, we don't care.
I have half a mind to think it's the coronavirus in human form typing all this. Being like, come get some.
Just trying to spread in every way it can.
Did you see that Dana White's going to buy a private island?
Yeah, that's awesome. It's fucking awesome. The thing is that who's going to fly in and watch?
Yeah. So if you don't know,
they're just going to have natives on the island that don't understand UFC.
So if you don't know, Dana White owns the UFC, or he doesn't own it, but he runs it. He's the president.
Yeah.
And they are UFC is mixed martial arts. They are close to securing a private island for ongoing weeks of fights. This is a quote from Dana White. I'm a day or two away from securing a private island. I have a private island that I've secured. Okay, we know. We're getting the infrastructure put in now, so I'm going to start doing international fights too. Blah, blah, blah. I have a private island that I'm going to... Okay, we get it. Why did you... Private island. We know. You got one. So as of April 18th, the UFC is back up and running. UFC Island. This is how Mortal Kombat starts.
It's like the Fire Festival all over again.
Yeah. Like this Meathead Island where people walk around carrying full turkey legs, pounding Red Bulls, and punching each other randomly in the face. It's everything you were afraid that college was going to be that you saw in the movies come to life.
I think it's awesome, though. I mean, as long as they're checking temperatures before you get on this island, why the hell not?
Yeah, yeah, why not? I just love the idea that there's this island where death matches are going to take place. Because that's the next logical progression. Hey, I've secured this private island. Let's make our own laws.
Right,
Finish
for real.
him.
Yeah. It's some like weird island in the middle of nowhere that, there's no police there.
Yeah.
No policia.
No policia.
Yeah, you just have Dana White like in a lifeguard outfit. Finish him.
Yeah. Oh man, what a scene, man. What a scene that'll be.
I want to see everybody with like suntan or sunblock on their noses. Just at night, it just turns into like one of those Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh yes, they should totally have like a yes. They need a reality show called UFC Island.
Right.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
The ring girls and the fighters are just fighting over each other.
Yes.
And he just brings in all these like models and shit just to fuck everything up.
You're a connoisseur of The Bachelor, correct?
Yeah.
So,
I love The Bachelor.
So I saw the previews for this show called The Bachelor Listen to Her Heart. Have you been watching that?
No, but I saw it like real quick. I can't remember what the premise was, but do you remember?
Yeah.
I saw it like a real quick ad, and I was like, what is that? And then I forgot to look into it.
Yeah, the premise is it's basically like The Bachelor. So you get all these impossibly attractive people with very horrible personalities or personality defects, maybe some alcohol issues. You throw them in a secluded place, in a secluded home, and you maybe throw in a little contest and whatnot to drum up some competition, and there you go. Recipe for success. But this time they're all musicians, and they're
that's right. Yeah,
they're trying to write like duets together and love songs and shit like that. I'm like, oh, so you're using manufactured outrage to make songs. That's great.
Yeah, that's right. I did. Yeah, I did see that. Now I knew I had seen it, but I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, that I don't know if I'm gonna like that as much. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just watched the season. I think it was season 9 of the maybe season. It was in 2009 of The Bachelor, and that show it's on Netflix right now. So go watch it. And it was Jason Mesnick, and I won't say who he picks because if you're gonna go watch it, but it happened in like 2009. So if you don't know by now. But it kind of pissed me off because I was watching it on Netflix for like 4 days straight. I was just binging it. And I was like on episode 7 of 13 or something. But I was like, I want to see how many more episodes there are, right? And so when I flipped through like to the end, it showed me like Jason and so-and-so's wedding. And I was like, fuck. So now I know who he picked, right? Even though this was in 2009 and I should have known already. So then I was like, God damn it. So I Googled Jason and so-and-so because I wanted to see if they're still married, which they are. And they have children now, which is really cool. But it said, although Jason picked so-and-so at first, he changed his mind after the rose. I'm like, motherfucker. So now I just fucked myself twice. But it was the best episode. It was the best Bachelor because this dude was so cool and he had like 0 issues and he was just a good dude. He was just a good dude. He wasn't a dick. He wasn't weird. He was a good dude. And the girl that he ended up finally picking, because he picked one, then he decided to pick the other one, like after the rose ceremony. Yeah, they're married with children now. How cool is that?
Yeah. Yeah, you got the double penetration there with spoilers.
Oh, my God, dude. I was like, oh, I'm on episode 7. Let's see how many episodes. Oh, there's 13. Jason and whose wedding? Fuck. Yeah.
Now you know what really gets Tommy's goat.
Right.
Now you know what really fires him up. Lord help you if you should fucking spoil Bachelor for him. Oh.
Well, then spoil it again because I Googled to see if they were still together. And like I said, the headline was like, even though Jason picked so-and-so, he changed his mind. So I ruined it twice for me.
Yeah. Well,
my blood was boiling.
At least a happy ending happened.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
We don't know if she had like some dick in a glass jar. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, Dr. Penrose.
Dr. Penrose. Let's finish up. But here's a new segment called Ask Tommy Anything.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's right. So
I did not know this was coming.
No, why would you? I don't tell you anything.
Yeah, it's not like I produced the show.
Yeah. So I about, I don't know, 20 minutes before we started, I was like, hey, some questions for Tommy. Let's go. So from Dan the Mattress Man from Netflix and Swill, who also became a Patreon on our Patreon page.
Wow. So, we have one Patreon.
Yeah. We should really try to do something with that to try to get money, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Why not?
We got free time. We should do stuff.
Well, maybe that's where Tommy's covers will go.
Yeah, you do have a cover album to work on, and I do have a script for Ghost Mammoth, so Dan the Mattress Man from Netflix and Swill, who was on this podcast. What a sweet boy. Check out that episode. He says, what would it take for me to get Tommy to listen to my show and give it an honest review? What would it take?
Oh, he has a show?
From the Netflix and Swill podcast. Yes. You.
I'm kidding. I'll listen to it. Whatever. Tell him to send me his favorite episode, and I'll listen to it.
Oh, boy. That was easy. That was easier than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I might not listen to it for a couple years, but I'll eventually get around to it.
Eventually. Did that episode with you on the TED Talks Too Much ever get released? Because I looked for it, and I don't know where it is.
He told me that it would probably be like a couple weeks. So maybe another week.
He's booked up.
Yeah, I think so. I think he does a lot, and then he does like a lot of editing. He also said that we should do shout outs at the beginning of the episode because he said that's what he went to, like some podcast convention to where like you sit down and you listen to like TED Talks about podcasts, I think, or whatever. But he said, I don't know how you guys do it, but he said, I always do my shout outs at the beginning of the episode because I guess people don't listen all the way through the episodes. I don't know.
That's cool. However, if you do them at the end, then people will listen all the way through. As long as they know they're getting a shout out, they'll listen.
Oh, this might be the day.
Because I don't know if you know this about podcasters, but never a more egomaniacal group there's ever been. Like if they're promised to hear their name in audio, holy poop, they go bananas for it. So like Dan the Mattress Man right now, he's doing backflips, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just because he knows or he thinks that I'll listen to one of his episodes.
Sure. This is from the Untrained Eye podcast, probably from DJ. He said he'll take his answer off air, but you don't have Twitter, so tough. You're going to have to deal. He's going to do it now. What's the best zinger you got on a heckler? And can you please explain, or can you please expand on why crunchy peanut butter is superior?
Okay. All right. I'll start with the crunchy peanut butter because I like peanuts. Peanuts are one of my favorite foods. So
he ain't got none of those pansy allergies.
Hey, well, I don't think you can eat smooth peanut butter if you have a peanut butter allergy, can you? That'd be weird, right? Isn't smooth just like crunching the peanuts into like a smooth thing?
Fair enough. But
now you have me confused over what peanut butter is.
No, smooth peanut butter is made from coconuts, don't you know?
Yeah, right. It's what's in the inside of a coconut. You just got to scrape it out.
Yeah. I'm going to start that rumor, and then Tommy's going to go around and tell his daughters, hey, did you know that smooth peanut butter is made from coconuts?
All right.
I read that today.
They're going to say, okay, sit down.
Right.
Because my 12-year-old self was showing too much. I like to have a little crunch with anything that I eat, really. I think, I love cheese, but I like it with cracker.
You like
more,
So. You like a little crunch. Well, you do have some massive choppers, so I'm sure those have a zest to dig into something.
Like I love my salads with bacon bits and croutons because it adds the crunch, right? So
man.
I'm just a crunchy guy. I'm a crunchy guy. As for the first one, hecklers are weird with me because I almost invite people to, especially if I'm headlining, I invite people to kind of interact with me. So I don't ever feel like they're really heckling me. Actually, the last show that I did, and I have this on camera. I should look and see. I listened back to the audio, and it was kind of funny. But I recorded it too. We had a bachelorette party. It was Saturday, March 14th in Minnesota. It was the last show I did, and at Goonies. And there was a bachelorette party, and of course, they wanted all the attention as they always do. And one lady just yelled out to the whole crowd in the middle of me talking. I wasn't even talking to them. She just yelled out, "Hey, everybody, I'm single." And I said, "Yeah, we can tell." And the whole audience, like, really, they like that. So, and she shut up because I told her if she doesn't shut up, I'm going to start being fucking mean to her, and I don't want to do that. And the audience was laughing really hard for that too. And so she kind of shut up. But
my favorite comeback you had for heckler was at the Holly Hotel. It was
I forgot about this.
Yeah, it was the same day as Michigan State, which, if you don't know, that college football game is like the biggest thing to happen in Michigan every year. And Tommy said something about the score, and some Michigan State fans she stood up and started talking about Michigan State, how much she loved it. And Tommy,
like Marge Simpson's sister.
Yeah, all Tommy said was dun 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 dun, just like that. It was the funniest thing. The crowd loved it because he did it in time to what she said, but dun 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 dun.
Yeah, then she shut up. And she had such a smoker's voice. I said, "Don't you have some cigarettes to go outside and smoke?" Yeah, and they like that too. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, and it was like almost instant because she pissed me off. It's like, shut up! I'm not, I'm
right.
Yeah, so I guess we should have asked Randy what Tommy's favorite heckler moment was.
Yeah, shut up! This isn't Sing Along with the Champ. Also, if you, I mean, how can you not love Tommy? The way he just said twice, "I'm a crunchy guy. I'm a crunchy guy." Like, come on.
I like crunch.
What a cute
I like
boy.
a good crunch.
The cutest.
I'm 12.
Boy.
I'm telling you, I'm 12 years old.
Yes. Pitney and Amelia's Bitchen Boutique on Twitter asked, "What's your ultimate?" You're gonna love this question. What's your ultimate sandwich?
Oh, chicken breast.
Ooh, slow down there, you perv.
Chicken meat with an egg.
That made it even worse, actually.
Chicken with an egg, preferably dark chicken. So maybe like a rotisserie. Chicken meat with an egg, sharp cheddar.
What are you joining the UFC on Meathead Island over there, protein boy?
So an egg, sharp cheddar, chicken, rotisserie chicken, mayonnaise and mustard, and warmed up on a ciabatta bun.
Ooh, I like the way you said ciabatta bun. You got real excited about that ciabatta bun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. So I'm a big sandwich guy. So there you go.
You know, I like a good burger with an egg on it.
Yeah, well, it's Beloved started doing that. She introduced that to me. I don't know, whenever we started getting together, I guess. But
and that's why you married her.
Now it's right.
She changed.
And now what's that?
She changed your burger game, so you were like, "Hey, I gotta just you know." Huh.
Yeah, like, you want an egg on that? And I'm like, what? And then, yes.
What is this sorcery?
Yeah. What's that?
What is this sorcery?
Right. Oh, it's great. So, egg always goes on a sandwich or a burger.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I think that's all the questions we got for now. If you've got a question for Tommy, call the Miserable Hotline, 810-328-3826. Ask Tommy anything. Huh? This has been the Miserable Retail Slave Show. Do us a big favor in this time of pandemics and love in the time of Corona. If you enjoyed what you heard, go ahead, tell a friend. Be like, hey, waste your time with this. Go ahead, do it. We thank everybody for listening, and we hope you come back next time. You got anything to say to the folks?
No, just stay safe, wash your hands, have as much fun as possible, and we'll get through this, and hopefully we'll get through this fast enough that we can start up stand-up comedy again before next year, because that's my main concern. No, that's not my main concern. I'm getting in trouble for that, too, because apparently I'm caring about my passion and my job more than I should or whatever, but I do care more about the human life. Whatever, however long it takes, but I am ready when the world is, when this virus goes away. So
yeah, you just sounded like a politician there. You sounded like a politician. Your vanity started to show, and then you kicked it back a few notches.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
Well, I did. I messaged a booker yesterday because I saw on Facebook that he was advertising some future shows, and it was like a weekend. I thought I was supposed to be there, and I messaged him, and he messaged back, "Why are you in a hurry to figure this out?" I was like, "Oh, damn it, I'm an asshole," But we talked it out. Good. He's like, "Why are you in a hurry?" And I was like, "Yeah, I need to. I'm bored. I don't know what else to do."
Man, your ego is
everything. It's my ego showing again.
Your ego has got me in a chokehold right now. I can barely breathe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.